Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Big news today, my friends. Google, they are bullish on crypto and they're building some interesting solutions around it. I want to give you the details and break it down for you. This is really significant given who Google is, right? It's a powerhouse. We're also going to talk about the SEC Ripple XRP lawsuit. We have some big updates there with the judge and respective rulings, and also the nonprofit whistleblower organization that was suing the SEC to try to get information. There's a big update there. They're called Empower Oversight, and it's great that you have this third-party neutral party, so to speak, that is stepping in and fighting on behalf of the crypto industry. And there's some huge news with Gary Gensler. He went on Bloomberg and he's saying that his next target is cryptocurrency exchanges. We definitely need to talk about that. And then there's some huge news around Solana and NFTs that I want to share. Now, before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on a podcast site, please give me 5 stars. Guys, earlier today, I uploaded my interview with Muneeb Ali, who's the co-founder of Stacks. Stacks is building smart contract technology on top of Bitcoin. And as many of you know, city coins like Miami Coin are built on top of Stacks. Now, one thing that's cool about this interview, and you should check it out, is, Muneeb does not agree with Bitcoin maximalists, even though he started in Bitcoin. He's bullish on Bitcoin. He's building on Bitcoin. He believes Web3, Bitcoin needs to evolve to Web3, and he's anti-Bitcoin maximalism. So definitely check out that interview. I'll put a link in the description. Now, this content is brought to you by Algorand, which is building the future of finance. Algorand is one of the leading blockchain projects in the crypto industry. They're getting investments from big-time investors like Anthony Scaramucci, Michael Arrington. They've invested hundreds of millions of dollars to build out the Algorand ecosystem. So if you would like to learn more about Algorand, please visit algorand.com. All right, here's the big news. Google is exploring letting users store crypto in digital cards. This is so bullish. And if you've been a subscriber to this channel, we talked about this over the years, guys, that all these big players, Google, Amazon, eBay, and others, are going to have to adopt this technology one way or the other, right? I've given scenarios about this. For example, one would be put Bitcoin on their balance sheet or other cryptos on their balance sheet. 2, start accepting it for payments. 3, build their own token, right? These are things we've talked about for years, guys. And we're seeing the dominoes are falling. So as you can imagine, if Google's making this move, Amazon is not far behind, Apple's not far behind, Facebook's not far behind, right? Game theory will play out here. And remember, if they don't adopt and innovate around this technology, they are in danger of becoming like Blockbuster, which did not adopt and innovate around the internet. So this is significant. It is very bullish news for the crypto market and shows that these guys, they can't ignore it anymore. Here's a quote or some additional context to that. Google's president of commerce, crypto is something we pay a lot of attention to. So here's the Bloomberg headline. Google hires PayPal vet to reset strategy after its banking retreat. So Google was looking to get into banking and build a checking and savings platform. And, you almost look at it now and you're like, what? That's such a, 20, 30 years ago business strategy. And I think that's why they're backtracking and they're going a different direction. The direction they should be going in is blockchain and crypto. So some quick takeaways. Arnold Goldberg joins fellow PayPal alum Bill Reddy at Google. The company sees potential in loyalty programs and crypto cards. Now, let me give you some additional context here. The move is part of the broader strategy to team up with a wider range of financial services, including cryptocurrencies, said Bill Reddy, Google's president of commerce. The business known for the Google Pay system and mobile wallet has largely avoided the crypto industry. But now that's the history of it, right? They've avoided it. They haven't talked much about it, but we've known that different patents have been filed and we've heard inner workings of certain rumors of things happening. But trust me when I tell you, they've been paying attention. And if they haven't, that means somebody failed. Somebody's fell asleep at the wheel, because once again, this is the new disruptive technology. So they are now pivoting and they're going to adopt crypto, guys. Very bullish news. I hope you see how big this is. And those of you who are only paying attention to prices, step back for a second and realize, hey, this thing is here to stay. It's going to grow and the prices will follow. Where you have to play a part in that in your mind is patience. Patience. You have to look at the market macro level. Don't look at CNBC Fast Money and all these shows that Jim Cramer and all these guys. Do your research, do your own reading, and understand that markets move in cycles. And while the price may be down right now, it will go back up because of where we are at in the adoption phase. We are still early. Go look at how the internet was adopted and look at the valuations of Amazon and Google and these big companies in the early days, and then where they're at now. And look at the big drops that happened along the way. Look at what happened in the 2000 tech bubble pop, the .com bubble pop. That was brutal, man. But those who were smart, who weren't moving by emotions, who bought the dip then when there was blood on the streets, well, they made off very well. Look it up, guys. It's all documented now. We have the internet where we can go verify that information. I think many of you know of these things already, but it's good to have perspective as it relates to adoption in the building. So very bullish news, my friends. Now, there's some rumors, and I want to make sure this is a rumor. This part is a rumor. What I told you before is with what they're trying to do, this is actual verified. Bloomberg interviewed Bill Reddy, essentially, right? So this is legit. Now, the rumor aspect of this is Google has reportedly formed partnerships with Coinbase and BitPay to enable the new digital payments functionality. It's not something that is far-fetched. This is actually makes sense because Coinbase is one of the largest custodians out there with a trusted brand, and they custody billions of dollars in crypto already, and they help a lot of merchants process payments. And BitPay is a merchant processing, crypto payment processing service. So this, I don't think this is a far-fetched rumor here, but we don't know, of course. But I think these items will be revealed very soon, I think so, throughout this year. And that's why I'm still bullish macro level. Doesn't matter what the price is doing right now, guys. Now, let's jump to some SEC Ripple XRP news. Charles Gasparino, Fox Business, and Eleanor Terrett, they've been reporting and pulling up a lot of information. Let me give it to you. So Charles tweeted, Judge Netburn in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit has ruled on Ripple's request for privileged SEC documents in determining XRP as a security. Mixed ruling for Ripple, but judge says all drafts of former SEC official Bill Hinman's now famous speech on what constitutes a security. So obviously Bill Hinman, conflict of interest with Ethereum, giving it the free pass, but the SEC is trying to distance themselves from that now. Charles continues saying, it says here, what constitutes a security will be admitted as evidence. Ripple is looking to show the Hinman speech indicated SEC bias in favor of competitors such as Ethereum. Hinman has denied and states those comments were his own opinion, not official SEC position. But we know that is bullshit, flat out bullshit. Why? Jay Clayton and other SEC officials were running around saying, yeah, William Hinman's speech, he made it clear that this is not a security and yada, yada. So they were taking it as gospel. Now, he was drunk when he said that, he was on a binge, he was out partying when he said those things and wrote that speech. But they all weighed in on the speech. Jay Clayton reviewed that speech. The speech was sent, the draft of it was sent to 63 members of the SEC via email. So now, once again, Hinman's a crazy old man. He's a crazy uncle. Don't listen to him. So they're trying to cover their tracks. Now, Eleanor Terrett, she spoke to attorney John Deaton, who's representing about 60K plus XRP holders. She said, on the latest ruling in the SEC versus Ripple case, John Deaton gave me his biggest takeaways. And here's what I find the most interesting. On June 13, 2018, the day before the Hinman speech, the SEC legal team reviewed whether XRP was a security in a legal memo and did not recommend bringing an enforcement action against Ripple or its executives. This shows the SEC lawyers did not think it was unequivocal that XRP was a security. So what changed in 2 years? And that's the big question. The way this was handled by Jay Clayton, running out the door, dropping this lawsuit, hurting XRP holders. He was giving advice from former SEC commissioners like Joseph Grunfest and many others saying, don't do this. You're going to hurt XRP holders and you're going to ruin the reputation of the SEC. But these guys, we know, conflicts of interest, they were paid. Jay Clayton went to One River, which is bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're filing for a Bitcoin ETF. We know Hinman and his connections, they're getting paid, guys. Conflicts of interest, which is sad. And I think this lawsuit is going to expose it. Now, I know some of you may be like, dude, this is so much drama, but it's important drama because we need Ripple to win. Because look, I don't hold only XRP. I hold Bitcoin, and I believe Bitcoin is safe. I hold Ethereum. I hold Chainlink, I hold Cardano, Algorand, and others. And I know Gary Gensler is going to go after these folks. So this is why we need Ripple to win. And we're going to talk about what else Gensler wants to do later on in the video. So let me play a clip here. Charles went on Fox Business TV show to talk about this.
Pulling up XRP right now because that cryptocurrency at the moment is moving. Most of the cryptos are moving lower. Bitcoin's higher, but XRP is down just under 1%, trading at about 73 cents. The lead judge in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit has just handed down a decision to allow certain documents that are crucial to the case to be allowed into evidence. Charlie Gasparino has been speaking with the experts involved. I would think, Charlie, this favors XRP big time, right?
I would say, net, yes. And we should point out that XRP is the cryptocurrency. I know Ripple's going to hate me for saying this because part of their argument is that they're not really related, but they really are. XRP is the cryptocurrency of Ripple. XRP was created and then used to build out Ripple's blockchain platform for cross-border payments. The SEC came in right at the end of Jay Clayton's tenure in 2020 and said XRP was used illegally, improperly. It should have been registered as a security. Ripple, which issued the XRP again, is fighting back. This is a case, it sounds like gobbledygook here, I know, but this is a huge case if you're into crypto, because if the SEC wins this case, it's carte blanche on regulating everything crypto. It can go after Ethereum. It can say Ethereum was technically a security and they didn't register, so they owe us money and they have to go through the process. And so far right now, it's illegal. They could theoretically go after Bitcoin. I mean, try to track down Satoshi Nakamoto and say, why didn't you register with us, Nakamoto? Why didn't you register with us? I mean, I'm being a little facetious there, but that is a possibility. It could go back and the SEC can gain great powers.
So he said it there, right? If Gensler wins this, oh my God, he's going to go nuts. We know he's power hungry. We know he's trying to go after the treasury job. And we also know he's a puppet for the banking cartel. So he's really trying to protect the banking incumbents, guys. So this is significant. I know some folks are like, whatever, I don't care about this, but this is so significant for the future of the crypto market. And I like I said before, I believe Ripple's going to win this. They will have to pay a fine, but I don't think the SEC has strong evidence here. I think Ripple's fair notice defense is very strong. Now, on that note, Charles Gasparino said the crypto industry says the biggest player in the regulating digital coins may not be the SEC or the CFTC, but the Federal Reserve, which is preparing to release its annual report on the business and will provide some clarity. Now, I've been talking to you guys about this, what Jerome Powell has been saying publicly, no plan to ban Bitcoin or crypto. And just last week, what did he say in the hearing? stablecoins and the digital dollar CBDC can coexist. Very bullish statement. So I'm actually excited to see what this report holds. And in my interview with Congressman Tom Emmer, which will be live tomorrow, we talk about this, and everybody in Congress is waiting for this report. And I do believe it's going to be bullish news. Hopefully there's no negative news, but based on Chairman Powell's statements, I think it's going to be positive, guys. And hopefully it gives some clarity. I don't think it will be the full clarity that we need, but it gives some level of clarity that will maybe give this market a spark, the bull run up. Who knows, right? We'll have to wait and see. Now, the SEC, as you guys know, Empower Oversight, which is a whistleblower nonprofit organization, they go and investigate the government and all things. And this is important. This is accountability, right? Well, they were, it looks like they have an update around here about the SEC. The SEC can't shake off Empower Oversight's questions about improper conduct in the XRP lawsuit. Guys, this is great. If you remember, I did an interview with Jason Foster, who's the founder and president of Empower Oversight. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link in the description. But they're doing great work, guys, as a nonprofit. And here's some takeaways. Empower Oversight has appealed SEC's claim of no responsive records on its cryptocurrency FOIA, so Freedom of Information Act. They have not let go of the case on suspicions of improper conduct by the SEC officials when filing the complaint against Ripple Labs. So talking about the William Hinman conflict of interest, Jay Clayton conflict of interest, and the SEC, if you saw my interview with Jason, he said, look, they came back and said there was no records found. But they have to make sure that the SEC is not lying and they're telling the truth, right? So they're going to keep pushing and putting pressure. That's important. So we need Gensler to get hit on all sides. Not literally, of course. I'm not asking for violence here, but rather pressure is what I'm talking about. You have Empower Oversight, right? A nonprofit organization. You have the media like Fox Business. You have decentralized media, small YouTubers like myself, people on Twitter. All these things are putting pressure, and Congress is waking up to the power of this crypto industry and crypto holders. So this is all good news, and I like it. Now, with that said, Gensler, in a virtual press conference today, said again, the SEC is coming after crypto exchanges in the near future. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to make sure crypto exchanges are doing the right thing as businesses, right? They should follow the rules and regulations. There shouldn't be any wash trading or illegal activity. I want to make sure I'm clear about that. But we know Gensler, he's not really looking at that. Once again, it goes back to his theme, his premise as a puppet for the banking cartel, put roadblocks up for this crypto market and industry, because the money is leaving the traditional financial world, it's leaving the banks, and it's going to crypto. Those guys don't like that. And I've spoken to many people off the record about this. Big pushback. Even though, you see Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and so forth, they're launching crypto funds. They don't want this thing to get big where they don't grab up as much of the lion's share of it, because it will take money out of their pockets. So they are fighting back. And remember, they spend billions lobbying, more than the crypto industry, probably 20 times more than the crypto industry. They spend billions lobbying politicians and regulators in DC. So this is why the crypto industry also needs to lobby. And they got a puppet like Gensler doing their bidding. Guys, I'm telling you, I've spoken, you've seen my interviews. I've interviewed quite a few folks, off the record conversations. That's what's going on. Now let's jump ahead. Solana NFT sales total, the volume crosses $1 billion. You may say, well, who cares, Tony? Well, remember, NFTs are a branch of crypto. It will help usher more people into the market. But also, Solana is a competitor to Ethereum. Ethereum really sucks when it comes to transactions per second and the gas fees. They're ridiculous. So a competitor like Solana, which has lower fees coming in, this is a good sign. More competition, and that means there is going to be better service, right? When you have more competition and lower fees as well. Look at the traditional world of marketing and competition, right? So everybody's trying to outdo each other. And I'm actually really excited for when the XRP ledger goes live with a lot of the NFT services, because the fees will be even lower. So it's great that we're going to have multiple options, because I do not want to pay these ridiculous gas fees to buy, sell, or mint an NFT. It's crazy. But look, I'm still bullish on Ethereum. I still believe they're going to make some upgrades, but great that we have competition. Now, last news here, Bakkt, which is the powerhouse powered by the New York Stock Exchange. They have announced a partnership with Nexo Finance. So they continue to do their expansions and building kind of quietly. And I've covered them over the years a lot. And, obviously the wife of the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, she was having a lot of political issues, to say the least. We covered it. And I think that's why they've kind of ramped down their kind of marketing, and they're quietly building. And I think we're going to see them pop up back again. And look, the pandemic did halt their plans to launch an app where you can go into Starbucks and buy coffee with crypto and so forth. That was a big thing, but I think they had to pump the brakes because, once again, the political stuff and then the pandemic, because people weren't going to coffee shops, obviously. So, but still a big name to watch. They're owned by the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange. Lots of money, lots of power behind that. And this is one of those folks we got to watch closely. Now, there is one news item I just realized I did not pull up, and it is around NYDIG. And I've been telling you guys to pay attention to that name. Let me pull it up here before we wrap it up. NYDIG, it looks like they've officially launched their service around the banks. So around 300 banks in the United States to go live with Bitcoin trading with the help of NYDIG. And this is, coming from the American Bankers Associations. And these are the small banks and federal credit unions, guys. Remember I told you, watch that name, NYDIG, connected to Ben Lawsky, huge Wall Street player, lots of money behind it. And, this should be making huge, massive headlines, like on CNBC or something, but it's not. But so bullish. And I'm trying to get an interview with the folks at NYDIG and try to get them on the show because they are building a serious on and off ramp here for these small banks. And remember, these banks are holding people's money, right? Some of you who live in smaller towns and cities, you got these smaller banks around, you're holding your money, and soon they're going to be offering you the ability to buy and hold crypto, and they're going to custody it for you and so forth. Bullish times are ahead, my friends, and big things are happening. Let me know what you think about this news. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.